If you've been harmed by an educator, watch this. While I may not be the one who directly harmed you, I hope these words can still offer some healing for you. I owe you an apology. I want to apologize to you for how I yielded my power. To be an educator is to be given great responsibility, the capacity to shape other people's hearts and heads. And I'm sorry that I didn't recognize the full power of what I had. I'm sorry I didn't recognize the full power of the impact and the influence that I could have on you. You deserved to be seen and heard and listened to like a human, like an equal, like someone who has their own opinions and wisdom and lived experiences. And instead, I yielded my power. I assumed that I knew best. I acted as though I did know best. I shut you down. I didn't listen. I didn't hear you. All I could hear was a threat to my own ego. All I could hear was the possibility that I might be wrong, which felt too vulnerable and sparked my own fear of not being enough and having to prove my authority and prove my worth as a person. And so I came at you from a punitive approach. I came at you from a place of power over, of wanting to put you in your place so that I could be the right one and I didn't have to be the wrong one. And that was immature and selfish and damaging and untrue because I don't know it all. I'm one person. And just because I might have had the lived experience and educational privilege to be able to access a position in higher education doesn't mean that I'm an expert, doesn't mean that I know everything, doesn't mean that I'm the only one who has something to offer in this relationship. And I'm sorry I didn't see what you had to offer. I'm sorry that at the end of the day, my ego was more important to me than your actual experience of learning and our actual capacity and potential to connect as humans. Because I know that's where learning actually happens. Learning happens in relationship. Learning doesn't happen through power and control. And I was being an ineffective educator when I tried to use power and control to control you. And it had nothing to do with you, and it had everything to do with me, my own insecurities, my own fragility, and my own neglect of my own personal work. So I want to apologize to you because you deserved a version of me that could prioritize your learning instead of my own feelings, that could prioritize the benefit of the collective, the benefit of everyone in that classroom instead of just myself. So again, please, I just want you to know that none of this has been a reflection on you. Anything you've ever been told by an educator that has made you believe you're not good enough, you're less than, you're not smart enough, you're not capable, you're not trying hard enough, you don't care enough, it's not true. It was never true. It wasn't true then, it's not true now. Your capacity, your potential, your worth, your integrity, all of those are innate to you, and no educator has the right to make you feel any kind of way about that. That's not what education's for. Education should be a supportive space where those qualities within you are developed and brought out and magnified and maximized. Not a space where you feel put down, not a space where you feel boxed in, not a space where you feel like you can't do things the right way. You're smart, you're capable, you're resilient, you're ambitious. And most importantly, you're worthy. You're a human and you're worthy of being just as you are. And I'm so sorry for any way that I've ever made you feel like that wasn't enough. Because I want you to know that it is. I want you to know that you are enough.